everybody. Welcome back.
Hi.
I'm Everett,
And I'm April.
and we are the village's natives.
Yes.
As we begin, this is the update. We had a small update, and this is a bigger update.
Yeah.
Before we get started, the audio may be a little different, so a little disclaimer there. We just switched phones. I do this all off of my iPhone, and the new phone has a USB-C and not a lightning port. So my adapter for the wireless mic is outdated.
Yeah.
So we're doing this straight off the phone, and so we're going to try and keep the puppies quiet,
Yeah.
and everything else in the neighborhood's quiet, and we'll adjust the audio as much as we can. So, but hope you guys are doing well. We've had a busy week. Yeah, real busy week, and since we saw you last.
Right.
And I was away on a religious retreat in Louisiana.
Yeah.
At St. Joseph Abbey Retreat Center. It's at a Benedictine monastery and seminary there in St. Benedict, Louisiana, near Covington. So I was out there, stopped along the way to see Lindsay, our daughter, and on the way there and back. So glad to be home.
Yes.
And you've been holding down the fort.
Holding down the fort, taking care of the babies, and in the meantime, Christmas threw up all over the house. And that is why we're stationary here and not somewhere else in the house, because it's still trying to get Christmas settled in the house. So far, I've got 3 Christmas trees up, a little snowman Christmas tree up, and I've got more to go. And anyway, once it's done, we'll show you the house.
Sure. Yeah. That sounds great. So, wonderful. And yeah, a lot of progress in the time I was gone.
Yes.
So, looking forward to completing this, and we'll share it with them, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. Look forward to do that. Okay. So we're going to go over a few different things today. I'm going to give you kind of the outline. We're going to give some shout outs. We've met a bunch of folks.
A bunch of people.
Yeah, a bunch of folks.
Just over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're going to give you an update on our lanai. And we'll talk a little more about what we've been up to in the villages.
Right.
We're at a little over about 7 months full time.
Yes.
So a little bit about what we've been up to recently, and talk about some upcoming videos, some of our traveling that we have planned, as well as the plans we have for next year for the village's natives.
Yes.
So most definitely. So we better get at it.
Better do that.
Okay. What's the first folks on our list?
Okay, Lisa and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
So we met Lisa and Jerry. We were down at Brownwood Square. We were getting ready to do the running the squares. And one of some good friends of ours, Angel and I, we were going to run the squares, and Everett and Ricky, they were our cheerleaders. They just
time for us to be on the sidelines.
They seen Everett and got to meet Everett and Rick, and so we met them afterwards and spent quite a bit of time with them. We had Boozy Bingo with them and met them for coffee.
And for coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when we went to meet them at Foxtail Coffee,
Yes.
we'd ordered our coffee, we were waiting in line, and then another couple came up to us and said, "Hey, we know you."
Yeah.
Like, oh, good to see you. That was Tammy and Kendall.
Yes.
And they're from Gulfport, Mississippi, I believe they said.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, right up in that area. But great folks. They got a house down in Shady Brook or Moultrie Creek, right down in that area. And great talking with them.
They all run together.
They do. We're gonna
So,
try and
yeah.
put their pictures up. We got pictures of some folks, and we
Yes.
got to get pictures of others.
Yes, but
So,
we do have pictures.
So we'll put some pictures here, but, shout out to Lisa and Jerry and Tammy and Kendall.
Yes.
Okay. And then the next folks were,
Is Mike and Michelle from Ramstein. And Ramstein is in Germany. It's
Germany.
an Air Force base. And so been communicating back and forth with them. They're stationed over there and they're looking at retiring here.
correct, the plan is 3.5 years.
Yes.
So we set the clock. Look forward to them,
Yeah.
seeing them
Yeah.
in person. But Mike was in the Air Force there, and then he retired from the Air Force and got a civilian job working there in Ramstein. So they'll be there about 3.5 years.
Got it.
So definitely great folks. They contacted us through the Facebook page
Right.
on Messenger, and so real good getting to meet with them virtually.
Yeah.
So look forward to meeting them in person sometime. So shout out to Mike and Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And enjoy the Chris Kendall markets over there. 'Cause I miss this time of year.
Boy.
I put up some of the German stuff that I got over there for the Chris Kendall market has already gone up in the house.
A lot of it on the German Christmas tree.
Ain't that true? Yes.
So, wonderful. Our next folks are Charlie and Colleen.
Yes.
Yeah, and we met them we were actually at a meet and greet for the village's newcomers,
Yeah.
Jerry and Linda.
Yeah.
And they had that a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we met some good folks there, Charlie and Colleen, and they introduced themselves to us. Great to meet them.
Right.
Yeah.
And also Mindy.
Yes, Mindy.
We also met
Mhm.
Mindy there. So it was neat
Mhm.
meeting some of the people that follow us, but also follow them
Mhm.
and support all of the different YouTubers in the area.
Yeah. And Mindy is a very frequent commenter
Yes.
on the videos.
Yes.
So,
We see her a lot.
um,
And Mindy, I'm so sorry, but we forgot
got to get a picture,
with you.
Mindy.
If you see us out again, please stop us. We want to get a picture with you.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
So most definitely. And the next couple you met doing some power shopping at
Yes. Afterwards, I was at Dollar Tree and met one lady came up to me and she said, "Are you a YouTuber?" And I said, "Yes." And it was Kim, and then her husband came down the aisle, Jeff, and I met them. They are here part-time still. They still are snubbers and come back and forth, and so they're here and for the winter months. And so it was so nice to meet them, even at Dollar Tree.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to meet them. I was over at Home Depot buying a tool chest.
Bountiful intelligence.
So I was taking care of that. And you met someone else while I was out in.
At Busy Bingo,
Yeah.
Smitty came up to me
Yeah.
and introduced himself to me. So, Smitty, was nice meeting you, and he lives in Newell full time. He moved here, I think, somewhere around the time that we did.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. He has about 6 months on us. So I think he moved here about 6 months before we did full time.
Okay.
But really nice guy, and just so nice meeting so many people. And so yeah.
Yeah.
Come here, sweet love.
Someone wants to come over with you.
Come here. You want to go
So,
get it?
Okay. Come here,
We have to trade dogs. So, but yes.
So yeah, so lots of shout outs
lots
to
of
folks,
shout-outs.
and we may have, not sure if we met some folks that we haven't shared, but
And if we did, just sorry.
we did apologize.
Yes, yes. Bring it to our attention.
Sometimes when we're out, we don't keep track. So the next area we're going to talk about is our Lanai update, and that was getting our Lanai enclosed and the work that goes with it. And that was delayed because of the hurricane,
Right.
to a certain extent. And we have so far, and I'll put up some pictures, window frames and the temporary screens, and they're in.
Here.
And our windows are supposed to be delivered this past Tuesday. And then they'll contact us and schedule, but they're a little bit backlogged because of here again, the hurricane. So we're looking forward to that occurring. And then once the windows come in, then a lot of things will begin to happen, you know, after the windows are installed. What do we have?
The mini split will be next.
Mhm.
Well, after the inspection, after, you know, all of those are taken care of. But then next big project will be the mini split.
Right.
Then I think we're going to try to get the painters in next, and then the floor will come right after that. And then after that, it's basically just giving me another room to put another Christmas tree in.
Yep. And some more furniture.
So we got the furniture.
Yeah, half of it.
Half of it.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, hoping it'll be up and ready for Christmas. So,
Yeah, we're wanting that. We're definitely, you know, looking forward to it.
Right.
So again, big project, slowed down, and another kind of delay it seems to be is the factory that produces the windows is in Sarasota, Florida, which is right in the path
of where
Milton. The Hurricane Milton came through. So thankfully they were up and running, but there wasn't any communication
for a while.
From them to our installer. So what have we been up to?
Oh, wow. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, running of the squares. So we did that, and that was a very fun event.
Yeah, at Brownwood. The first one was at Brownwood.
Yes. And I think in January and March is the other two squares. I think is how they do that. So we did Brownwood, and that was a lot of fun. A lot of people. A lot more people, I think, than I even expected. But there's a lot of people. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Had some good interactions. April joined another YouTuber, Michael and Tiffany. They had a team.
Yes.
And so April and Angel joined their team.
Yes.
Team Awesome.
Yes.
I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
good for them.
Yes.
And
part of that team was, I believe they had 100 or just over 100, I believe.
Yeah.
But it was a big team. It was a good team to be a part of.
Yeah.
So thanks for letting me join that group. So yeah.
Yeah, and then we had our marathon session at Foxtail Coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. We met Lisa and Jerry, and then, like Everett said, Tammy and Kendall, and I think we were there for 3 hours.
We were there for 3 hours. So
yeah. So
they're ready for us to leave.
I think they're ready for us to leave.
But no, it was great, and
it was fun.
Yeah, had a wonderful time with those folks, and then the regular weekly occurrence on Monday.
Yeah, boozy bingo. Yeah, that seems to be the hit.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a really good time there.
Yeah.
It's a really fun thing to get out and do on Monday nights.
It is.
So if you're ever at Boozy Bingo and you see us, we have a table. Stop by, say hi. Sometimes we have some extra seats.
Yeah.
So
Pull up a chair.
Pull up a chair. Let us know. Introduce yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. That's on Mondays at Sawgrass Grove. Mondays at 5.
It's from 5 to 8.
5 to 8 at Sawgrass Grove. So it's a fun time. It's not a drinking game.
It's not a drinking game.
Not a drinking game.
Sounds like it, but it's not.
No, it's.
You can get a drink. But it's not a drinking game.
The boozy comes from when someone wins bingo.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone they they boo
they
them.
boo them.
So that's
Mhm.
boozy bingo.
Yeah.
Next big thing we had was our 1-year home warranty
Mhm.
inspection,
Yeah.
and then the parade of contractors
Right.
through the house,
Right.
which is pretty, yeah.
You hear about it,
Mhm.
but anyway, at your 1 year, you definitely want, when you have a new house,
Yep.
you definitely want to spend the money. I know it's a lot. We went through D'Angelo,
D'Angelo's
and
inspections.
ours was $575. I don't
Mhm.
mind sharing.
Yeah.
They go through everything though.
Soup to nuts.
Yes.
Eric.
Eric
Yeah.
came, one of the sons.
Mhm.
He came to the door, introduced himself, and said, "I'm going to start on the outside first." And he said, "I'll be outside for 45 minutes to an hour." He said, "Then I'll come inside and I'll do inside. I'll tell you what I came up with, and then you can tell me your concerns." And so he did. That's exactly how he did it. And then we were able to state our concerns of what we thought were concerns. And but no, he checks everything. He checks for cracks in the walls. He was up on top of the roof. They're literally up walking on your roof. So they're checking every little thing, especially with Hurricane Milton coming through and as bad as that was here. It wasn't a bad thing because then we knew if the shingles was good, and it was. And then, but yeah, he did an amazing job, and we were very, very happy and with him, and also happy with the outcome because we weren't one of the ones that had.
Yeah, it was
like
like minor.
It was minor things.
Minor items.
Some people have had
Major.
things that weren't, yes, major issues.
Yeah, some people have had some majors. There's minor, and then
Right.
what occurs with that is, in our inspector D'Angelo, but also most of the others that do this regularly, file the report, and you get a full report that was like almost 30 pages
Right.
long, very extensive. Then you get a kind of a summarized report, which is a great checklist for the contractors that then come in. So the inspector files it with the warranty department, and then that happened on a Friday. They filed it that day. The inspection was Friday. They filed it that day. Monday morning,
We started getting phone calls.
boom, phone starts ringing, and we started scheduling that week and this past week, and the people are very responsive and and generally very courteous. And
Yes. And as he goes through the house, or whoever it is, but as Eric went through the house, he would tear off a piece of blue painter's tape
Mhm.
and put a piece of tape at the places of whatever is of concern.
Right.
And then he would make a note of what was of concern. So you may be driving around the neighborhood and think, what is that painter's tape on the house? So we have painter's tape on our house on the outside. We had it on the inside. We've had it on the ceiling. We've had some in the shower. So, but that's what that is. And then they come back. Whoever is responsible for that area or whatever of concern, they contact you and they set the time to come in and address the issue.
Yeah, and the process is very streamlined,
Very streamlined.
very efficient.
Just very easy.
Yeah, so that's worked out really good.
Yes,
And we still have a few items
We do.
that have to be taken care of,
we do.
and we'll get re-engaged on that. So,
Right.
and so our next item was a big thing. Happened the same day the inspection
We
happened.
did.
Yeah,
And we had just came back from Disney. We had been at Disney for, as you know,
that week. So
our news, our good
Yeah.
news. So yeah, we had just, I'd gotten the phone call and I knew when Eric was coming and I said, yes, you can come at 11:30. And we had them come and take our door and
The company was Entry Point by Perry.
Thank you.
Yes.
And they came in and they took our front door and we had a glass design inserted into our door.
Yeah.
So they came in and cut out where the glass was and further down how we wanted it, and put in the etched glass that we designed, that we picked out. And we really like it.
Yeah, and also the matching side light.
Yes.
And boy, it really changes
The whole appearance.
yeah.
From
brings
the
in-
inside and outside.
Brings in more light. And this is a trend with the building now, especially the spec homes. Either you have just a blank front door with no light, with no window, or ours was a top, just a top portion window.
Right.
And
Which, as short as I am, I could not even see
yeah,
out.
she couldn't see out of it.
that.
So, but what they do, the process, and a lot of people have it done here, is doing a puppy shift there. She wants with her mama. But yeah, looks really good.
Yeah.
Really happy with it. Really nice aesthetic change.
Yes.
So, and functional too, with more light in the
Yes.
house.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Very beautiful inside and out.
yeah.
So.
Okay, so the next thing, we went with Rick and Angel to a event over at Cody's at Lake Sumter.
Yes.
So, and that was a meet and greet for the village's newcomers,
Yes.
Jerry and Linda.
Yes.
And so that was really fun. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. They had a lot of people. A lot of people attended. I knew it would be packed. Because, just because it's Jerry and Linda. But also it was a fundraiser for all of the people that was affected by Hurricane Milton in Florida. So yeah, very good fundraiser to be a part of.
Had some raffles and things.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
fun event. So,
Yeah, we won a couple things.
Yeah.
And one thing we won, and the one guy came up who was running the desk at the front, and he was like, "Oh, you won what I wanted," and we ended up giving it to him.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't
anything that meant anything to us.
right,
Yeah.
right. So we're like, "No, you can have it." So, but yeah, it was just fun. We had a blast.
Had a blast. So shout out to.
And it was so fun meeting Jerry and Linda.
Yeah.
'Cause we followed them from way back.
Yeah.
So
Years
it
now.
was so fun meeting them.
Yeah.
And getting pictures with them.
Very gracious
so we'll
people.
put those up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot for the community
They
here.
do.
They really do.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
shout out to them.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't watch them, just look them
them
up. Villages Newcomers.
Yeah, because we've been following them since almost way back since they started. We were
Yeah,
living in Hawaii during that
About
time.
3 or 4 months
Yeah.
after they started,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we caught them.
started following them, and of course we knew we were coming back. We were coming home, so we knew we were coming back here and just watching all their stuff, and it was great detailed information to help us to know what to look for and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and a few weeks ago, we spent some time at Disney.
Yes.
So we're Disney Vacation Club members, so we booked some time down there, and our daughter and her boyfriend joined us, and we went to see Mickey's
Not so
Not
scary
So
Halloween
Scary
party.
Halloween, yeah, I always get that confused. And we thought something was going to happen when we got into the park, and it did. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah, we knew the plan,
We knew the plan.
and the plan went as planned.
Yeah, it did.
It did.
It
So,
did.
we got around to the right of the castle
Castle.
is Cinderella's wishing well,
Oh, yeah.
and we were walking past it strategically,
Right.
and
Like no big deal.
then, well, why don't we get some pictures over here?
You beautiful over there.
And yeah, and Greg
And
got
then
down on a knee
Greg
and
went down on his knee.
reached in his pocket,
Yeah.
pulled out the ring.
Yeah.
So he proposed and she accepted. And she said yes.
Yes. We're so excited.
We're
And
excited.
Greg is wonderful, and they're both getting the best. They really are.
They really are.
They're both
So,
getting the best of the best. We're happy for them.
We are. So now we're going to talk a little bit about some things that are upcoming for us. We've got a few videos planned. I'll talk about those, and then April can talk about our travel that we have coming up. But we are going to have an interview with a villager who is a business owner, servicing clients in the villages. Something that just about everybody I've seen that has a golf cart has.
Yeah.
So, and then we're planning an interview with a couple that is new to the villages.
Right.
So we're planning that, and that'll be coming up within the next month or so.
Right.
And then I'm gonna do, this will probably be mostly me, some April, but probably mostly me.
I'll be behind the camera.
And this is the working title of this one, Grass, Our Lawn Saga.
It's been a saga.
It's been a saga. So,
It's been a money pit.
so
now Massey is helping us out.
So that's one thing most of us have in common here when you come to villages is you grass.
Yeah.
You take care of your grass. So anyway, those are some videos that we have upcoming, really over the next little while.
Yeah.
And as well as the Lanai update when we get more to tell you.
Yeah.
So what about our travels coming up?
Travels coming up. Okay, so November and December, Thanksgiving and Christmas. For Thanksgiving, we're going to head out to Fort Walton Beach, spend Thanksgiving with Lindsay and Gray. And Christmas, we will go back out there and spend Christmas with them. So both of the holidays will be out at Fort Walton Beach.
Mm-hmm.
But in between, one of the weeks in December, we will be gone. This year in December is Everett and I's 40th wedding anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And we
4-0.
we will be, we are heading to New York City.
New York City, yeah.
It is something that's been on the bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to head there for our 40th wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And spend almost a week there.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. I don't know how cold it's going to be. I'm just hoping it doesn't rain.
It'll be colder than here.
It'll be much colder than here.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is our travels. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be Christmas. We will take
Mhm.
lots of pictures and we will
And
post
share
stuff
some with
on.
you.
We'll share. Yes. Yes.
So yeah, we lived in upstate New York for about 3 years.
Yes.
Our first assignment in the Army at Fort Drum.
Yes.
It's a long way from the city,
A long way from the city.
and just never got down there. And
I want to say 7 or 8 hours from the city.
yeah, something like
It's a
that.
long way.
So yeah, we're looking forward to this. That'll be great. And that's kind of, and we'll share some of that with you.
Yeah.
Also coming up and we've been doing some really thinking and praying. We're religious folks. We pray, about our life and what we're going to invest our time in and everything like that. And so we've been really considering what the channel would look like for 2025.
Right.
And we've taken some time now because, I retired in March. We came here full time in April, and it takes a little while to just kind of decompress.
It really does.
I think we've let ourselves kind of decompress. My goal was to not make a commitment for a year. It'll be something like that, but, uh, to really try to, just kind of be here. Um, and we've really been thinking about, the channel and what we can do with the channel. So here are a few of the things that we're planning for 2025. Um, there are really three main areas that we're planning to uh, change for the channel for 2025. The first is,
Lifestyle group / club.
okay, and we plan to, one thing we've noticed, just our own self, but also others that we've talked to, is, and research and just reading that I've done about retiring, and especially people who move to a retirement location that they've not lived at, it's all about community.
It is.
Yeah, and the Villages has these lifestyle groups / clubs, and they can be social clubs. So we plan to start one for the Villages natives,
Yes.
and for those that are residents of the Villages,
Right.
to begin to work toward building community
Right.
and getting people connected.
Right.
There are a lot of ways to, plan to, so that will develop
Right.
over time.
So with the military, we move every 2 to 3 years. So we're always finding our community, our people.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing here. You come here and you have to find your people and your group. And so we're wanting to help integrate and get people, building community together. And I think this will be a great way to meet people and
Mhm.
people to meet others. And hopefully it will be something that will help other people out to meet others in the Villages.
Mhm. Yeah. Especially as they transition into the Villages.
Yes.
Yeah. Another thing that will be probably an immediate impact is we plan to put out a video every week.
Every week.
And
Every week.
and we have a good idea of what our schedule's like now.
Right now.
And
Yes.
and it's taken a while to kind of refine that, but
Right.
we want to be able to bring you
Right.
content every week.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so
And be more on a regular routine.
Yeah.
We knew it would come.
mhm.
It was just, like Everett said, getting our de-stressing and
Mhm.
really getting into a groove. And so we're there now.
Yeah. And with the first of the year, we plan to do that.
Right.
And really kind of try to grow the channel and
Right.
provide better content.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and with all of this, and with this lifestyle groups and clubs, another thing we're planning is beginning with a quarterly meetup,
Right.
right?
Right.
And doing some things with that. Why don't you talk
Right.
about that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Meeting together, getting one of the rooms at one of the recreation centers, getting together, having a potluck, and
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, it's time to
A time
to meet and
really
get to know
meet
one
and get to
another.
know, yeah.
And that way we can socialize, people can introduce themselves,
Right.
new people can introduce themselves. And also, one thing we want to do is to, each time we come together, have either someone from the group or an invited guest give a brief talk on a relevant topic, with some questions and maybe some discussion.
Right.
So, so it's more than, it's food, information,
Right.
community.
Right.
So what do you think about that?
I think it's wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think, so that's kind of the plan
Yes.
for 2025 as we go forward. And we really appreciate everyone who is
Yeah.
following us, who's
Yes.
watching.
Right.
They are, you guys are
They're
awesome.
amazing.
And it's great meeting you. And
It
if
really
you're,
is.
and if you're coming to visit,
Yes.
please let us know.
Please let us know.
You know, we'd love to
We'd
link up
love
with
to
you,
let-
meet
yes.
up with you,
Yes.
and get to know you,
Right.
and hear your story.
Yeah.
So we definitely would. What else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, if you, here again, if you're new to us, we invite you to subscribe.
Yes.
And if you like this video, please like,
Yes.
comment below if you have any questions for us
Yes.
on anything we've shared or any
Right.
other thing about the villages.
Right.
Just put your question down there, and you can see that we pretty much respond to everything.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we look forward. So please like,
Yes.
subscribe, comment,
Yes.
and we'll see you again very soon. Hopefully, we've got some information on the lanai
Yes.
next video.
Yes.
So, well, again, thanks so much for joining us.
On our journey home.
God bless. Bye bye.